Sell Your Car UK is back and delighted to offer for sale this absolutely stunning future classic BMW Z3. Now, where do I start with this car? Do I start with the number of owners? Do I start with the mileage? Do I start with the condition? It really is absolutely fabulous, and it really will make any new owner incredibly proud and incredibly happy to show it off. It is, of course, a 1.9 Z3, first registered in 1998, and if you can remember that far back, you'll know that that was about the era that everyone was going over to Germany to buy their cars right-hand drive on the continent because it was so much cheaper to do so. Just another good reason now why it's good to be inside the EU. Getting a little bit political there, but the timing of this video is very relevant to that, but that is the point. It was, of course, a much more expensive purchase over here in the UK, and this car is one of those relics from the past. It was purchased through a German BMW dealership, picked up and driven back, and it's probably, well, it's definitely the longest journey it ever took. It is a 1998, and it has done just over 41,115 miles at time of filming. That is an insanely low mileage, and I can tell you as well that that has all been done by that original keeper who drove over to who flew over to Germany and drove it back themselves. So this one owner from new 1.9 BMW Z3 is now on the market, and the thing you might notice about it is it's what some collectors would refer to as the Goldeneye car, or Pierce Brosnan's Z3, because it is in exactly the same spec as the car featured in that first outing for Pierce Brosnan as James Bond in Goldeneye. So it is in this very eye-catching aquamarine blue. It is more blue than green. It's almost a silvery blue. It is fabulous. Ice blue, I believe it is called. And it's also got that gorgeous hood in that lovely beige. And something that's well worth mentioning at this point as I go around the car is the vehicle has been garaged the entire time it's been owned. It only goes out on lovely sunny days like today, and is therefore in absolutely lovely condition. The paintwork hasn't faded from hot sunny days, and it hasn't had all kind of battering happen to the roof from all those horrible rainy days that we get in this country. Now, it is a privately owned vehicle. There are some marks on the car. I'll take you around that in this video in due course. But it is absolutely genuine. It has never been involved in any major accidents. It's never had any bodywork repairs or paint repairs. It is exactly the same colour all the way around it. The wheels are the same. They've never been refurbished. In fact, let's get up close and personal with this car. Let's show you exactly what I'm talking about. So we're going to start here at this enormous bonnet. You could feed 8 around that if you wanted to turn that into a dining room table. And over here on this front here, we've got some little scratches. Unknown as to the reason for it. They're very, very faint. I'm being very fussy. A machine polish will get most of these out. And there's absolutely no point respraying the bonnet for those. It's the original bonnet, original paint. You'd be doing a disservice to this car, in my opinion, if you were to start going at it. Now the bumpers, as we come down, there is some scuffs that have happened, as you can see down there. It's a bit of a shame. Not unexpected though to find on a car that's 18 years old. And there's some scratches just along here. Now those won't polish out with a machine polish. T-cut is not going to do the trick on those. But we're showing you that just so that you can be absolutely aware of exactly what it is that's for sale here. Now, when you step back from that, those do really vanish. They're visible to me as I look at it with my own naked eye, but I am looking for them. Coming around this side now on the front bumper still. Another little bit of scuffing going on here on the corner. Now again, you could respray this bumper. I would argue that would be sacrilege, but then again, if you want this car to be in absolutely perfect condition, then that will be required. Now we'll come down the passenger side of the car now. Lots of life in all of the tyres. Good discs as well, and lots of life in the pads. And the alloy wheels, the original Star alloys, bits of curbing, but really nothing too severe. And I'll just show you, probably the worst thing is this center cap here. You can just see that laminate is just starting to peel a little bit. It won't come off unless you pull it though. Now I am being very fussy here, but I want to show you everything on this car. It is priced very much accordingly. If this car was in absolutely mint original condition, same mileage, same number of owners, full BMW service history, that kind of thing, this would be a 5-figure car without doubt, probably into the high 10s and high teens even, I should say. Just showing you, or trying to show you here, there's a little dimple dent on the door here where some evil person who doesn't really understand how good this car is has opened their car door into it. Can't be helped. And as we carry on around the car, there's a couple more of those kind of things, but they're very, very minor. And I just want to show you them here, save you the hassle when you come down to see the car, so you know exactly what it is you're coming down to see. Have a little bit of curbing here, and again, down here as well. That's it though. Never been refurbed, these wheels. Loads of life in these tyres, loads of life left, sorry, in these tyres. These cars were notorious for going through rear tyres, in fairness. Coming around the back, no marks here on this side of the bumper. No parking sensors either. In 1998, parking sensors were your eyes. You had to look where you were going. Little bit of a mark just down here underneath the number plate. Tiny dimple dent just here on the bonnet, sorry, on the boot lid. A couple of scratches. If you are expecting a concourse car, well, you should have turned off by now. But if you are still watching, then you know what you're looking at. This is a very good car. The worst mark of all on this side here, just make out these marks here. Bit of a scrape there. Now it does look like it has had a bit of a touch-in done just on that one before. And now let's come down the driver's side. Now the driver's side on this wheel, you can see, is very, very clean. No curbing. I say no curbing, very minor curbing. And again, good discs and pads. The car isn't in need of any work being done to it. We'll go through the service history in due course. Now there is a ding here. It could be repaired with a paintless dent repair. No need to start respraying wings for that. Quite an easy fix, probably looking at about £90 to get that sorted. We've got a great contact here who could do it. And this should all polish out these little marks just here. Little mark here on the door. On the wing mirror, see a mark just there. Just following around the car now, all very clean, very tidy. Just trying to show you absolutely everything as best as I possibly can. And last but, well, by no means least, I was going to say, we're not going to show you the spare wheel because it is tucked away. So yeah, I guess last but by no means least, the fourth of the 5 wheels that's coming with the car. And this one again, in good condition. Lots of life in those tyres. There really is a lot of tread on these. Just show you as best I can. And again, good brakes and pads. Now it is a privately owned vehicle and a private sale using our services here at Sell Your Car UK, so it is coming as you see it in this video. If you want to get any of that work done yourself, then by all means, we are not going to stop you. If you want us to do the work for you, we've got fantastic people that can do the work. But the current seller, they just want to sell it, move it on, and give it a good home to go to. So if you are looking at the video thinking, how much is all this going to cost? What would I need to get done first? If any of it, please give us a call here at Sell Your Car UK. It's an absolutely fabulous car and we'll help you out every step of the way if you want to make any improvements yourself. It's been parked outside our shop for about 2 days today as we film it now, and the amount of interest and questions, and even kids that have come up and had a look at the car. It's really quite monumental, to be quite frank, and it's been a pleasure to have it outside our shop. It's going back undercover after this video has been filmed to protect it from the elements until the new keeper comes along. Now, there are 2 keys for the car. They look like this, remote central locking. The central locking works. Common fault with these are the actuators, but all the actuators on this are working. In fact, one has just been replaced on the passenger side door. And as we open the car door, you'll see again that Goldeneye Spec with that very funky brown leather interior. And it is funky because it's kind of got a leopard print spot pattern going on it, which is very, very funky and looks great. Very 90s. A little bit of wear on the driver's seat. It is leather, so you've got to expect some wear. It's a bit hard to show you in this light, but it is coming out relatively well in this video. Do check out our pictures as well. There's an album of them on our Facebook page. Just to show you down here, electrically operated seats. And I've got to show you this, although we're going to come to more detail of the rest of the car, but look at these mats. Now, I'm getting my shadow in it a little bit. I'm going to try and get out of there. I might zoom in actually to make it a bit easier. Leopard print mats. They are the original mats that came with the car. Like I say, the Goldeneye Spec, the James Bond Pierce Brosnan spec of the car. They're very cool. You've also got the leopard print going across the door trim as well. Electric wing mirrors, just showing you there. They're not electrically folding. I don't even think that was possible on this car back in the day. Now, there is a little bit of a funky kind of rusty thing going on with the metal on the speaker covers. I'm sure you could pick up new ones from eBay if you're very fussy about that kind of thing. Now, I'm going to jump into the car. You've got this very cool 3-spoke M Sport steering wheel. I'm going to pop the key into the ignition, give it a turn, and you'll see here all those warning lights go out. Starts first time. Now, it's running to temperature because we have actually had it running. We're not starting it from cold. All the gauges work absolutely perfectly. There is a slight issue here with this dial, with this screen here. It's very hard to make out the numbers of the mileage. And in fact, I'm not going to be able to show you here on this video. You really do need to shine quite a bright light at that, and we don't have one available right now. The mileage, as I say, those 41,115. That is the mileage. It's just unfortunate. If you want to fix that, it's a little bulb, but it means starting to strip all the dash, and who can really be bothered with that kind of a hassle? Just, you don't need to know the mileage when you're driving. It's 41,115 though. You've got a little trip computer thing here as well, but again, that will just do that stuff there, and obviously it helps. Oh, we can kind of see something. Kind of. Oh no, it's not showing up. But that's that stalk just there. Over here you've got your windscreen wipers. That one is of course fog lights and or high beam, sorry, and indicators. No cruise control. Over here, this very funky shiny little knob here is just for dimming the interior lights. Over here now, it's got a Panasonic tape deck stereo that's built in, but the owners in a move, unfortunately a while back, lost the head unit. So really and truly, you don't want to be listening to music whilst driving along here unless it's a James Bond album. The engine itself and the wind running through the cabin is enough in my opinion, but that's your choice. If you want to get a new stereo, you can do. If you can try and find the stereo kind of thing, same one on eBay, there is a Panasonic CD changer in the boot. So you might want to get a new Panasonic that will work with that, but really, who listens to CD? You'll be better off getting yourself a nice Bluetooth device or something. We can again discuss that if you give us a call. Very funky system in here, which I'll just show you now. You've got heated seats. Yes, you do. Front heated, well, there's not going to be rear, are there? But front heated seats. And that's just next to that very cool button there, because it is an electrically operated convertible roof. And that little button there is your air conditioning button, because it has air conditioning, although it could probably do with being regassed. Now, you may have noticed me move a little thing out of the way there to show you those buttons, and that of course was the automatic transmission. Very rare indeed. It's not an easy thing to find a Z3 with an automatic transmission, and here is one. and it's only done 41,000 miles, and it's on its original keeper. It keeps getting better and better, doesn't it? But that's a nice thing, because when you're driving one of these in town, around town, you don't want to be having to fuss about clutch in, clutch out, and of course as well, you don't want to be replacing clutches on a car like this. It's got sport mode, what they call manual mode, which really, I don't quite know how that works, and E for economy. Electric windows, and the driver's seat I've shown you. I'll just show you quickly the passenger seat, again with that very funky interior. The air conditioning, actually, I can feel it, it's blowing on me right now, and it actually is working very, very well. Just showing you here that interior. The passenger side seat, hardly ever been sat in. Really nowhere whatsoever as far as I'm concerned. And down here you've got those very funky leopard print mats, and along the door as well, like I said before, that very funky leopard print door side. In the back you've got a bit of storage here. I'll just quickly show you. So you've got in here, there's a bit of storage, and down here there's a bit of storage, and that's about it really. A little ashtray thing here, and a glove compartment there. I won't go through all of that. The actual thing we all want to see, don't we, is the roof, and does it work? And let's do that right now. So what we do, we pop these bits open here, and we pop this bit open here, and we give this a little push with our weaker arms. So we'll just swap arms there and give that a little, oh hang on, it helps if you unclip that. Weaker arm, put myself down, and there we go. That's all right, that's easy enough. And then what we need to do is push the button here. Now you must have your foot on the brake when you push this button here, and there we go. The sun is in and the roof's down in seconds. It's as simple as that. Right, I think we should get out and have a look at the car with the roof down, don't you? I'll turn the car off as well. We don't need that running. If you want to go for a test drive, you're more than welcome. Of course, any inspection is welcome. If you want to come down here with a mechanic friend, or perhaps you are a mechanic, or perhaps you just want to have a fiddle, maybe you've got an AA membership, you want to get an AA inspection carried out on the vehicle, by all means, all inspections are welcome. I'll show you that interior now with the sun on it. It looks fabulous. You've also got at the back here this wind cheater, and you can see that zips up there as well. It's just folded down at the moment. Really is fabulous. Absolutely gorgeous. And while we're at the back here, in true Sell Your Car UK style, if we open up the boot, it will reveal all of the history and the docs that we have for the car. Now, it's not a complete history. Bills were lost and files were lost in moves and what have you. We do, however, have the logbook, as it shows you here, declared new at first registration. Just get my shadow out of the way. And you can see here as well, it is no previous keepers. It's a one owner from new car. Now, we're not going to show you the owner's details for data protection reasons, obviously, and it also was on a private plate, so there's no point in me showing you the number plate, but we do have the new logbook, and the new plates, or the original, very original R-Edge plates, are back on the car. 9th of August 2016 is the expiry date for the MOT. There are no advisories on that. The MOT was done at a mileage of 41,036, so it's done less than 100 miles since that in August 2015. The car really is only taken out on the very sunniest of days, and it doesn't get much use these days. That service as well, the last service that we've got a bill for was done, a very minor oil service, was done at 41,036 miles as well, at the same time as the MOT. The previous service was carried out by the same people. We have a bill for that as well. They just didn't stamp the book on that occasion, and that was done at 40,583 miles. So barely 500 miles done in between those two services. We don't have any bills going back any further than that until we get to bills from 31,000 miles. We have the bill for that. Just over here, which is a BMW inspection sheet, and we've got the signed and dated there. 2003, here we are, 18th of August 2003. We've also got the one from 2002, which is just here. I'm not going to go through it all, and in that it had done 22,000 miles. So basically the point here is that from 2003 till about 2014, so for about 10 years, it just sat covered up in the garage and didn't get any use, and then it came back out for a bit, and then it went back again into hibernation. It is coming out now to find a new home, a new owner, somebody who's going to love it, and that could be you. Now, I was saying before about it getting brought over from Germany. This is the original form from when it came over the border. This is from Belgium. That's right, it actually came from Belgium. Sorry, I said Germany earlier, I have to put an annotation in there. It actually came from Belgium. We've got that there with this very cool Verhelste thing, which would have been given to all new owners of cars who bought their cars from that dealership. So there's a bit of documentation coming with it. You've also got the original owner's handbook that looks like it's never really been looked at. And a few other bits and bobs as well. It's not the most extensive service history. If it was, believe you me, the price would be absolutely through the roof on this thing. But nevertheless, although it's not actually got a roof, but nevertheless, as I say, it was parked up, it was put into hibernation, and therefore that service history, well, some people would take their car out every year and just get it serviced, even if it's just sitting still, or they drain the oil out or whatever. That's not the case with this car, but that is the case with this car. The case is what it is. So there we have it. Those are all the docs. That's the condition of it. And now let's have a quick look around with the roof down. We all know what these cars look like. They've been around for long enough. But this really is a lovely, original example. So I'm just going to go for a quick walk around it now that the roof is down on this beautifully sunny day that has afforded us the opportunity to take this video. And it is for sale. It is finally, after 18 years, going to be parting company from that original keeper who drove it back from Belgium all that time ago. It could be your car. It is for sale, and it is for sale exclusively using our brokerage service here at SellYourCarUK. Thanks for watching. Oh, it's amazing.